Alright, so I'm out here. I just finished my round 4. So I want to give you a quick. I'm out here, and this is a really nice day in Sacramento. I'm going okay. I was honestly, the first 2 games were not great for me. But it's looking up right now. I'm still in it. And so first round was Raging Bolt. I bricked really hard game 1. I one coin flip, draw pass, going first, going blind, right? I might have attached pass, draw attached pass, then Ninja or something. I don't know. I literally minor errand running 3 times in a row to get all of the energy in my deck in my hand, just to try and thin something out, to try and top deck something. And she was literally just knocking my gimme goes out with 1 prize. It was like what's the moth, Slitherwing, and fucking the new Koraidon that does 30 plus 150. So I just scooped, went to game 2, and then I kind of just drew bad again, and I was forced to take a 1 prize knockout with Goldingo, which is not good. It's not good to just take 1 prize with the 2 prizer against Raging Bolt, because then they just get ahead of the prize trade, and that's what ended up happening. So game 1 was bad. Game 2 was into Hydreigon, which was so weird. I was not expecting that, and I lost game 1 because I forgot about the milling effect on Hydreigon. If it wasn't for the milling effect, I probably would have won. But I literally got down to 3 cards. I was trying to Palpad back a Turos, and then draw into it because he had just swung into my Golden Go. He swung on to 3 Golden Go, so if he Obsidianed again, then it would have been game. He would have took 6 prizes. But so I was trying to Palpad back my Turo and then draw into it. So I just kept drawing. I used all my draw effects, and I got down to 3 cards, and I still whipped the Turo, so it wasn't even worth it. And then he just Obsidianed me for game, even though I took the knockout on his only Hydreigon. He was able to get Rare Candy Hydreigon. And then he had Counter Gain attached to his Dino. And so he was able to just Rare Candy, attach Dark with Counter Gain to Obsidian me and mill all 3 of my cards. And then I lost. So he didn't even take the knockout. He won on fucking deck out. It was so sad. Anyways, the real meat and potatoes was game 3. Game 4, the guy dropped to play GLC. He was playing Archaludon. Like, we played like 3 turns of the game, then he left. Which shout out to that guy. He really like lifted my spirits. It was really nice talking to him. He seemed like a nice guy, and he's playing metal for GLC, so he's a metal bro like me. Game 3 was against Roaring Moon EX, like with Pheasantipity and Petrant and Baby Moon. And I bricked game 1 again, and they were playing Darkrai with it too. So they were able to just like get all their dark patches, or get 2 dark patches in the discard. I was trying to stall. They took 2 knocks with against gimme goals again with the Baby Moon, so they're already up 2 prizes by the time I took a 2 prize. I don't even remember if I took a 2 prize knockout, but literally I saw that they evolved V-Star, and that they had 2 dark patches in the discard after like getting ready to knock out my Golden Go, and there was just no coming back from that because there was like 2 moons on the board. So I scooped game 1. Game 2 is kind of drawn out. She was making a lot of like weird plays. You could tell that she was like struggling to find something. She just wasn't drawing into it. And so like she was forced to take a frenzied on something that she probably didn't want to. Either that or like she passed, and I was able to get tempo, and I got ahead. So I won that game. Game 3 was we were playing super fast, and try to go in this corner to where it's more quiet and you can hear me better. I got all my guys out real soon. I had Greninja, I was drawing, and she was kind of bricked. So she had Baby Moon and then Roaring Moon on the bench, and she took a knockout on a gimme. So counter catcher was up for me. So I was able to evolve in a Golden Go and counter catcher up the Moon, but I didn't have enough for knock. It would have been such a clean knockout, but I only had 4 energy. And so I only left it at 200, and then on her next turn, she like did a bunch of stuff. She got more Pokemon on the board. She used supporter. She Pokestopped, all this stuff, and then she tried to use Fezandipity, which she shouldn't have been able to use because I didn't take a knockout. And she saw the top 3 cards of her deck. She drew all 3 of them really quick because we were trying to play fast because it was game 3. And I just let her put it back because I was like, you know what? It probably won't matter. I don't know how close we are to time, but it seems like I'm pretty far ahead already. But then it got to time, and I was only able. It got to turn 0 on my turn, and I was only able to get. By that point, I still had 4 prize cards, so I was able to get 2 prize cards the next turn, but I didn't have another turn to finish it out. And drawing with Fez would have been a 2 prize penalty. So me getting those 2 prizes after I already gotten 2 with only 2 left, that would have been game. And I also had a win condition in the rest of my deck, like if the game were able to finish out and continue. Like I had Boss. It was only 3 cards left in my deck, and I had Boss and I had 2 Golden Goes up. So like I was definitely drawing into it, and I had Superior in hand, and she had I had more than 1 Superior in hand, so I could have knocked out anything. So I could have knocked out Moon, could have knocked out Fezandipity. I had game. But she insisted on calling the judge. She tried to claim that she didn't know how it worked, when like I'm pretty sure she knew. Like she looked like she played the game. She knew what she was doing. And so like it's on me for not calling the judge. But I don't know. I was trying to work on good faith, thinking that, you know, had this game finished out and had we gone on board state, then she would have forfeited maybe. But I guess next time I gotta call the judge. That's what I'm doing. I got Starbucks. I'm chilling. I'm doing good. I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling all right. I really needed this mental break after that long-ass game, match 3. But I'm chilling right now. I have coffee. I'm good. Let's keep it rolling. All right. Day 1 just wrapped up. Spoiler alert, I did not make day 2. But I'll tell you about my matchups. Round 5, I was up against Lost Pikachu. And it was pretty decisive win. He scooped kind of early game 1 because I think I got the Greninja playoff. I don't remember the details quite a lot, but he just wasn't getting ahead enough in the prize trade. And I don't think I had Klefki up for that game, but he scooped game 1, and then game 2 I started. Actually, maybe I did start Klefki. I might be forgetting, actually. I might have started. Oh, shoot, I'm not remembering. There was one game where I started Klefki, and it was literally attach, joust, and I jousted him 5 times. It was literally draw, joust, because, you know, Lost Box doesn't really have too many outs to Klefki. And so it was pretty decisive. It was pretty decisive 2-0. I feel kind of bad because it was like, bro, I feel so bad. I played 2 Lost Boxes today. And, like, Klefki literally just demolishes them. Like, it's actually kind of brutal to the point where, like, it almost wasn't fun. And it almost, like... I mean, obviously, that's why I put it in. And, like, that's the whole point, is to get an easy win. So, like, competitively, that makes sense. And I'm glad that it worked out that way. But just being in it, I'm like, damn, bro, you really just can't play the deck. When I start Klefki, it's sad. Round 6 was... Ancient Box, and this one has a little bit of a story. So I start Klefki, he starts Fluttermane, and I was like, this might be Guardy. There's a small chance it's Guardy. And then he vessels away Dark Energy. I'm like, there's still a slight chance it's gonna be Guardy. But then he grabs 2 dark, so I'm like, okay, this is Ancient Box. We had to call the judge right away because since we started Klefki Fluttermane, I was like, since I'm going first, I'm pretty sure Klefki cancels out Fluttermane because I was going first. And then he was like, I've heard that too, but I'm pretty sure that's not true. And I'm like, really? I was like, because it sounds, I don't know. I had just heard that too. I had no confirmation of that from a judge, but that's the ruling I had heard before. And so we literally called the judge like not even a minute into the round. And we got clarification, and I was correct. The person who goes first, its effect goes into effect first, so it would cancel out the ability before it got to have an effect. Now, I'm pretty sure if I had retreated clef key and then brought it back up, then it would have been canceled. But it's a matter of what goes into effect first, I'm pretty sure. And so, let me just... Sorry, I had to check where I was going first. So I'm crossing the street right now. And then, okay, anyways, fast forward, the next turn I evolve and I retreat my clef key into Gimme Ghoul evolve into Golden Go, and then right away I coin bonus with Fluttermane in the active. So he immediately had to call the judge over again, and it was the same judge, which was kind of awkward. It was just a warning. Thankfully, I had already looked in the deck, so that means I gained no new information from what was in the deck. And I had already flipped, because I knew that was what was going to happen. I flipped the 2 cards that I drew. I didn't fully mix them into my hand yet, which thank God I didn't, because otherwise he could have said, oh, I don't know if those are the 2 cards you drew. And the judge just gave me a warning, and he said, I'm going to shuffle these back into the deck, and we're going to continue on as normal. And I was like, thank God. And he asked the guy, and he's like, this is my call, or do you want to appeal? And he's like, no, I'm not going to appeal. I'm feeling generous today. And I was just like, whatever, man. Whatever. Anyways, he scooped that game. Then he scooped that game 1 because he literally, all he was doing was Great Tusking milling 1. Like, he literally, like, I thought it was mill. Like, literally, I thought he was playing mill, but I was like, he's playing Dark Energy. This is supposed to be Ancient Box. Shoot, I'm trying to figure out what street I'm supposed to turn on. That's the 11th street. Okay, so this should be the next one. Anyways. Scoop game 1. And then game 2, I was just getting knockouts every single turn. And then when I was down to 2 prizes, he benched Fez just to make sure he got a knockout on a Golden Go, which honestly, I feel like he didn't need to do. I don't remember the board state exactly, but I'm pretty sure he didn't need to do that, because then all I needed was Gust. Like, my hand was fully, they don't play hand disruption. My hand was full, and all I needed was Gust on the Pheasantipity, because I could either fill my bench and attack with Palkia, I think I had that set up, or I could have I had Superiors in hand, and then just Gust up the Pheasantipity. And then I had Palpatted back in a boss's orders, and so there was both my bosses in the deck, and I chose, sadly, to play Pokestop first.
Turn right onto 10th Street.
And so I milled my first boss, but then I drew back into it with Pheasantipity and the 1 Golden Go I had, I'm pretty sure, and Greninja, I think. So that's how I got game. Round 7, fucking Charizard, man. This is what killed me. I needed to win 5 in a row. I was on a 3-game win streak, so I was literally more than halfway there. Sorry, I just have to make sure I'm crossing the white bay and I don't get hit by a car while I'm making my regionals covering. So I'm crossing the street again, and it was so bad, bro. It was like game 1 all over again, but fucking Charizard. So literally it was attach, pass, attach again to Clef Key in case he Ionas me or something, just to get the energy stay out of the deck. And then I bench Gimme Ghoul, attach, jousted twice on his Pheasantipity, active Pheasantipity, and then he just got 2 prizes first. Like, that's literally the only way you win the game, is if you get 2 prizes first. And I'm gonna be looking for Nathan. If you get 2 prizes first, and if I don't get the Greninja play, it's just lost. And then the next game, he just got too far ahead. I just had to pass. I had to minor errand running, and I just couldn't get knockouts soon enough. So it was just a decisive lose on the Charizard. And then my last round, which I didn't have to play because it wouldn't matter if I got into day 2, was Lost Box, and I started Klefki the first game, and it was just brutal again. And then the second game, I got the Greninja play on the Pikachu, and I got 2 Greninja plays that game. So it was just decisive.
Your destination is on
my
the
Lost
right.
Box matches were decisive. So yeah, that's how I did it. I feel really good about this run. I did so much better than San Antonio. I feel so much better than San Antonio. By this time in San Antonio, I was literally bawling my eyes out in the bathroom because I was so sad because it was so expensive and I did so bad. I literally didn't win a single game, but I won 4 today. And that's really good. So I'm really happy. I'm going to go hang out with my friend Nathan, and we're going to be good. So I'll see you tomorrow. We might play in the Cup. We might do some side events. We'll see. But we'll definitely be here tomorrow.